in-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And some room to run now. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Here's Akers. They try and run.
And he'll get this awfully close to a first down. Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And they'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. has a carry heading left. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Julian Blackmon bringing him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Jump, 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 jump.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. That's the
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Rodgers. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. B.J. Hill able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He finds his man, complete. It's back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be a second down. Now it's Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now they try the right side here. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 2 yards on the pick up there. It's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Minnesota.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Hey, check 26. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Here we go, D. Mike, check, 59.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Shedding the tackle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He gets it complete to Harris. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
37-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This complete to Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and
8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A 50-yard attempt.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
It's a gain of 6. And it's
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action. It's Wilson.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now Akers to start the 3rd quarter on the ground.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for a running back throughout the season.
Shows the offseason training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now a give. Akers running left.
Oh, look at the juke. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down.
They'll run this with Akers.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On the ground, it's Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Cam Akers.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Lions, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Oh, able to avoid him.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
First down, Vikings.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Akers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, some strong running. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Akers.
Shrugs him off. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Wilson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
Lions, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Akers.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Cam Akers. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Vikings are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get out. Mike, check. 59.
You ain't going nowhere.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Watch the pass. Here we go.
Jumbo!
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
183 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking